Breastfeeding, the most natural process for human infant, is neglected, given less importance, is replaced in the name of innovation, technology and temporary comfort. World is changing to such a place where we need to promote natural things, and shortage of formula in one of the country makes the breaking news for whole world. Sad but true. Hello and welcome to Trupt Wellness. I am Dr. Trupti, and today I am making this video with a deep heart for all the new mothers and young girls who are pregnant and going to be a mother soon. This video is not going to be a debate on breastfeeding versus pumping or breastfeeding versus formula feeding. But I guarantee that after watching this video, you will make up your mind to breastfeed your child. So watch the video till the end. Before starting the video, one request: if you are new to the channel, then please do subscribe and share the videos with the needy ones. Normally, we consider or look up to breast milk as a food or nutrition for our baby. If your baby is crying or hungry, then you just feed the baby and either the baby goes to sleep or stay calm. That's all. But someone has rightly said that human milk is simply not a food, but rather a complex human infant support system. Yes, breast milk is helping your child to grow physically, emotionally and mentally. It has much more role to play in your child's life and system than just being a food or nutrition. Nowadays, a lot of young mothers, well-educated modern mothers, choose to pump the breast milk and feed the baby instead of feeding directly on the breast. They might have their own reasons like lack of support, lack of confidence, lack of sleep, lack of time. But what the child lacks if you do not breastfeed and pump the milk and feed the baby. And the important point to note here is, in both the ways you are feeding breast milk to the baby, but still how it differs. Let's see. The first important point: when the baby is feeding through breast, the milk is not going to come readily. Your baby has to put some efforts, suck there and drain out the milk from the breast. You can make this out very easily when you see two babies, one is feeding on the breast and other is feeding on the bottle. Yes. So breastfeeding helps in the jaw and facial muscle development at the same time. Expressed milk or the pumped milk is either given through tube or through spoon and bowl or through bottle. And here your baby will lack this development, or there will be late development of jaw and facial muscles. The second important thing is sucking is also associated with the oxytocin release in infant's body. Yes, oxytocin is not only necessary for the milk letdown reflex or for milk secretion in the mother's body, but it has much more roles or functions to do in both mother's and baby's system. Oxytocin is very necessary for infant too. So when the baby or infant suckles on the mother's breast, the sensory nerves are activated in the oral mucosa of the baby, which send the signals to brain, and oxytocin is released in the baby's system. At the same time, when the baby touches the nipple, the sensory nerves gets activated over the nipple, which send the signals to the mother's brain, and oxytocin is released in the mother's body too. Now, besides milk letdown, oxytocin has very important functions like it increases or creates a stronger bond between mother and child. Second, it helps the baby to cry less. It keeps both the mother and baby bit calmer as compared to other mother or babies who are not breastfed. And also the pain threshold increases, means the capacity to tolerate the pain also increases in both mother and baby. So when the mother and baby sits for the feeding session, there is skin to skin contact between both of them for number of times in a day. And at each time there is release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which is very, very important for natural interaction between mother and the baby. Though the mother or baby cannot speak to each other, still the mother understands what her baby needs. When her baby is hungry, she understands those things because of this natural interaction or bonding. And this is achieved through breastfeeding. The third important thing is during breastfeeding, there is a transfer of germs back and forth between mother and baby, which helps them to protect from infections and allergies. You know what? There is a very beautiful system. When a baby suckles on the breast, the saliva of the baby gives the important messages or signals to the mother's brain through the senses about whether the baby is well, is it unwell, are there any active infections in the baby's body, or is there any fever. These signals reach to the mother's brain and immediately the essential nutrients or the antibodies are released in the milk and transferred through the milk to the baby's system, so that your baby is protected from those infections, allergies or the illnesses. Isn't this magical? So your baby is going to lack these things if you do not breastfeed directly and pump the milk and feed the baby. Also, there are studies which shows that breastfeed babies are falling less sicker than compared with the babies who are pumped and fed with the milk. The next point is breastfed babies cry less or are less fuzzy as compared to the other babies, and also the breastfeeding mothers are less irritated or calmer as compared to other mothers. Now, how is this possible? So whenever a baby is hungry or fuzzy, the oxytocin is released in mother system and it allows to let down the milk and the milk is fed to the baby. Now when this milk is fed, the oxytocin increases in the mother's body, which allows her to bond more with the child, which will automatically makes her calmer. Also, when the child drinks the milk, which is carrying the oxytocin from the mother's body, and as soon as the food enters the GI tract of the child, again oxytocin is secreted in the child's body, which helps the child to calm down. So it will calm both the bodies, mother as well as baby at the same time, and in this way mother and child reinforce the good feelings in each other during feeding sessions. The next point is very simple and easy to understand. When you breastfeed the baby, you directly feed the baby through the breast, so the milk is directly transferred from the breast into the baby's mouth. There is no chance of contamination. But when you pump the milk, you need breast pump, bottles, storage containers, and when these come into the picture, then obviously the risk of infection and contamination exists. The next important point is when you breastfeed the baby, there is no need of maintaining the temperature of the milk. Your body gives the milk in a perfect temperature or on a bit warmer side, which is necessary for your baby for thermoregulation or regulating the body temperature of the baby. But when you express or pump the milk, then you have to adjust the temperature during feeding, which is again an extra effort. The next point, very important. Mother's milk increases in fat content when the baby starts draining more milk from the breast. This acts as an appetite control. The babies start feeling fuller and satisfied. Breastfeed babies have the control over the milk which they are taking in at each feeding. But if we compare it to bottle-fed babies, then they just have the urge of finishing the milk in the bottle, which decreases the sensitivity to the urge of fullness, and also it leads to overweight. Breastfeeding can be a struggle in initial days, but believe me mama, if you hold on, put more efforts, motivate yourself continuously, then you can make it out. and once you make it out, then this will be the best gift or best thing you can do for your baby. There can be some or other medical condition on both sides, either in the mother or the baby, where the mother can't breastfeed the baby even though she is willing to feed. In such cases, you can pour more love on your baby. You can have lots of or ample amount of baby mother bonding time, skin to skin contact, gaze the baby, kiss the baby a lot, cuddle with the baby, and it will help you to increase that natural interaction or bond with your child. I would again request all the new mothers and young girls to take the help of experts, lactation consultants, doctors, and learn the correct latching techniques, positions. Take the diet charts to maintain your milk flow, but do not give on breastfeeding easily. It is very necessary for your baby. It is not just a food but a support system for your child for lifetime. It's very easy nowadays to get influenced by some or other social media influencer and adapt the options easily available like pumping or formula feeding. But believe me, science says that breastfeeding is essential for your child for lifetime. It is not just about the 2 months, 6 months, 1 or 2 years. It will help your child for lifetime. So believe in this natural process and please put efforts and breastfeed your babies. I hope this video was helpful. If you find it worthy, then share with the other moms and let's make the coming generations more healthier. Let's meet in next episode. Till then, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you.